What's up, wrestling fans? My shock mount should be coming any day. We won't have to look at this horrific red bungee cords anymore. But until I set up my shock mount right now, this is where it's at, man. We've gotten a lot of messages about getting my old channel back, Joe Cronin Show. So I did put in for a grievance or restoration, whatever you want to call it, because people keep telling me everyone's getting their accounts back. Well, it's still suspended, so we'll see what happens. But I did put in and questioned about it. I don't know if they've come to a resolution yet or not. I could probably check that at some point later. But, anyway, let's get to the wrestling news that I had here today. And if you guys like this video, you need to really jam that thumb up my rectum as far as it goes. Charlotte's going to miss some time here. On the bump the other day, they announced that Charlotte will be out of action indefinitely after suffering an arm injury against Ronda Rousey at WWE WrestleMania Backlash. So that's about it. There's a big breaking news that Charlotte's out. I don't know how long she's out for, but I don't think they've even specified that. I thought it was a work. I thought it was just part of the kayfabe. They were, that could be it being delivered right now. I just figured they were trying to milk that, Ronda really did some damage to her. In which case, you would think you'd see her off TV for 2 weeks, potentially a month, but probably 2 weeks, at least. But, I don't know. Who knows with these things? The time scale of the current break from WWE TV is unknown. So there you go. We're sending our thoughts and wishes to Charlotte Flair. Hope she's back in action soon. It's a radius. We found out about that, the radius injury. So, that's probably one that's harder to, plot and figure out. Look it up. 3 to 6 months. So the wrist arm should be fractional amount, 8 to 10 weeks. So I don't know, man. This is one of those ones that could be a long time if that was true. So why would they go with a radius? Although it was a slight fracture. So, I really can't quite figure this out. You will still feel pain with vigorous activities for about that long. Some residual stiffness or ache is to be expected for 2 years or possibly permanently, especially for high energy injuries such as motorcycle crashes, etc. In patients over 50 or in patients who have some, that's crazy. So we could be looking at a long time healing there for Charlotte when it comes to that injury. We'll see what happens. Thunder Rosa invokes WWE legend Britt Baker. Oh, okay, I'm reading it wrong. I know what it is. It was Thunder Rosa talking about these. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with Thunder Rosa. I love Thunder Rosa. She's been on the show. I absolutely really love Thunder Rosa. But it's like we had that weird, terrible promo with her and Serena Deeb that was awkward the other night that I broke apart. And if you missed it, listen to it, I guess. I'm going into it 15 minutes. But it's weird. They just always are comparing themselves to other rivalries and stuff like that. I don't know. And people get upset. She goes, I think this rivalry is like The Rock and Stone Cold or Trish and Lita, something of that sort. I feel it's something that's never going to end. Yeah, so it's important to read that in the context that she said it, because she's sort of describing the rivalry. So when you clip that and you say, oh, Thunder Rosa thinks her rivalry is as good as or is like The Rock, it's like, no, what she's saying is that it feels like it's never going to end. It feels like they'll just always be doing this. I do think it's a little early to start talking about that, at this point. But then again, it's been over a year, that they've had something going on here. So, I don't know. I guess it doesn't bother me. I see a lot of people I've had emails and tweets about this. And that's why I bring it up. And now it made news today where, the headline is like Thunder Rosa compares her rivalry with, legendary feuds. It's like, when you paint it like that, you make Thunder Rosa sound like she thinks she's better than everyone or whatever. And that's not what she's really doing. She's trying to put a label on it because she was asked to put a label on it. And so she tried to, like, okay, well, it reminds me of this kind of, but I'm involved in it. I don't know. So it's not that big a deal to me. It looks bad. The articles look bad. I agree. Like, the articles look bad, and they don't make Thunder Rosa look great either. But, you know, she's not saying that. She's not going around saying this herself. She was asked this question a certain way. Corey Graves discusses possible WWE roles beyond commentary. Please, God, no. You know, as far as, like, booking and stuff like that. Listen, I like it. It's weird because I like Corey Graves, but Corey Graves, you know, over the years has been this, I don't know, he's weird on commentary. It's like he's got all these smart references that I enjoy sometimes, and references to Pantera and stuff like that. And he's seemingly, sometimes when he's a heel, he's pretty good. Other times he's boring and casual. You know, he's really hard to figure out. He's not terrible. He's not great either. I feel like Corey Graves is always just solid. It's like if you didn't have the 8 or 9 or 10 out of 10 guy, you know you can trust Corey Graves to carry the show or cover the show and do a good job. But he's not a bad under 5 guy. He's not a 5 out of 10. He's not a 4 out of 10. I think he's like a 6 or 7 out of 10, which is fine. But do you want him moved in a different role? Probably, because if Pat McAfee and Michael Cole is the best announced team going, that Raw announced team is weird. You know, with the Joe Rogan 2 and Byron Saxon is just atrocious. You know, but a sweet guy though. Just a weird. I don't really. I don't get that commentary group. I don't like it. But anyway, guys, leave me some comments, questions, and topics, and I will make another video today talking about those comments, questions, or topics. I'm getting a phone call from somebody. So leave that down below. And if you want to leave a super thanks to support these videos, leave a super thanks. I will pin your comment to the top of this video and give you that credit. So do that. And if you're not done watching this, watch what happened yesterday when Eric Bischoff got into it with CM Punk on Twitter. So either leave some comments down below right now or continue watching this video that you might have missed from yesterday.